Warning, this podcast may not be suitable for listeners under the age of 17 due to graphic language, problematic statements, and the fact that we just don't give a fuck. We've been gone for a minute, now we back with the jump off. Goons in the club. Don't look at me like that.
Yo, you are so cool. Did you?
How many times have you rapped in our intro, like coming into the intro?
But no.
I was saving it.
You were?
I was. For real? Yeah, I was uptight. I was in the car, like.
I'm gonna start off the
yeah, because I was listening to Kim like 2 weeks ago.
So you've been saving it all that time?
Mm-hmm.
Yo.
Sometimes you gotta brainstorm and be like, I'm gonna give it my all, and that's it.
Yo, you corny as hell.
I'm corny, but you jacked Izzo from Jay-Z and put your name in it.
Finish up with the intro.
Hi guys. Episode 22.
22.
Papa John's. It's been a while.
Yes. It's been a while. It's been a minute.
Did you miss it?
Did I miss what? The
podcasting.
I don't know.
I did. I mean, we had like so much going on though, but I definitely missed it. I definitely got a lot of inquiries about it.
You did?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. People reach out. Is like sometimes you feel like it's kind of like a threat. So I'm just saying like where y'all been, and you were like, you live in South Carolina. Like I didn't know we were cool. Like I didn't know we were like homies.
We've been around.
Yeah, we've been around, working, getting shit done, trying to get shit done, setting up a lot of shit, you know, working on our businesses.
You turned 42.
I turned 32. Last Monday, April 15th, I turned 32. That was fun. That was a lot.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been out like that in a minute.
I know. The one thing you were saying before we went out is you were just like, the place we're going to, you sure you want to wear that? And I'm like, no. That is the whole point, that I stand the fuck out.
So earlier in that day, you were
the bullshit.
You were dressed like a complete like.
Oh yeah, I was half naked.
Like a smut.
Yeah. Okay, no, nigga.
So
don't try and play me.
And then later today, you went into church.
So wait a minute. So let me ask you this: where lingerie is being dressed like a smut?
No, I'm just saying like the transformation. Like usually you start off.
Like conservative during the day, then you get risky at night, and it was the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, but work is work. Work is work. I mean.
So do you want to tell everyone why you were dressed like so provocative?
Oh, I was waiting for you to say a smut, but okay, thank you. I announced, I'm not sure if it was the last episode or the episode before that, I have a business partner, and we now are co-owners of a lingerie, etc. online boutique. It is called Black Lace and Leather, and it is mainly geared towards plus size women.
BBW.
I'm not going to say BBW.
They say bigger, better, wetter.
Yes, in that case, yeah. I came up with the idea because I started noticing that I have 3 nightgowns that I wear around my apartment. I live alone, don't have no kids, just me, the cat, and the fish. And for some reason or another, when I put these nightgowns on, like I feel really sexy. You know, I'm not 100% comfortable with my body, but you know, like they're tight, they're comfortable, they're very short. And you know, I put on my little, I guess like my little like kimono duster, because I walk around the apartment in that as well. And like, I just feel good. So
you feel fancy?
It's not fancy. It's just like
around with your what they say? You spend all your time drinking wine in your living room, all that good. Can't find no one to give it to. Hey, it's a shame.
Yeah, I do. I feel really, really good in it. But then when I started talking to my friends, I started noticing that a lot of them either have not bought lingerie in a really, really long time, or they've never bought it at all. And this is women in their late 20s, and their early 30s, and their mid 30s, and I'm like, wait, what?
I never bought it.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you want me to tell you some crazy stuff? So, my best friend, like, she's into all that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, years ago, I think I was like in my early 20s, of course, I wasn't thinking about that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And she would be like, yo, Cole, you gotta get this and that, get all sexy and this and that. I was just like, look, like, I'm not even worried about that.
Mm-hmm.
So she bought me like 2 little outfits for Christmas or my birthday or something like that. Don't you know those joints had the tags on it from Victoria's Secret, tags on it until I got rid of them?
Oh my God.
I was like, yo, why are you buying me that shit?
It's different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, like that's her thing,
right.
but that's not my thing. I'm like, yo, get me a plush robe, like, like that's me. Like,
right. No, my friends, like when I talked to them, like they were saying how they wanted to, but they really didn't feel secure enough to. Mm-hmm. And like I said, like I'm not 100% secure with my body, but like I actually like that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, I like to put the makeup on and the lipstick and, you know, the lingerie and, you know, I think it's cute. I think it's sexy and it makes me happy. So I went to my business partner and I pitched the idea to her and she fell in love with it. And I think one of the things she said was that she definitely understood where I was coming from in that with the whole plus size thing, going into stores. The regular section would be all this dope shit. The plus size section would be ass.
Yo, going into that store, Mad Rag. Mm-hmm. You're absolutely correct. Like you go to one side, like cute stuff,
right?
But then you go to the plus side, it's like all this like fluffy shit,
weird
and like,
shit. Fucking, yeah, it's terrible. Sometimes you can find good stuff on the plus side, but then other times you can't.
It's like it's like hit or miss,
right?
And you may find 1 or 2 pieces,
right? And then for me, it was just like a lot of these lingerie companies, and I'm not going to name any. They're made for skinny women, and they include larger sizes. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, fuck that. No, like I'm gonna get my shit together. I specialize in the lace side. She specialized more on the leather side, which is more of the BDSM and actual leather and, you know, whips and chains and stuff like that. Yeah, spank me, you know. We all like to be, I was going to say choke, but we all like to be choked a little bit. But so she was just like, a lot of people don't think that larger women are into that type of stuff, and a lot of us are. And
it's just finding the right piece that, you know, complements your body.
Yeah, that has a lot to do with it as well. So one thing that I want to do is not limit anything. I definitely didn't want to limit anything. I wanted to, you know, be able to just cover all bases, I guess you could say, and go from there. So, what do you think? You were there with me at the shoot.
Yeah.
And, you know, being as though you have your own clothing company and plus the other jobs you had in the past in the background, you know, you were willing to lend a helping hand. So I want to know what you think, seeing everything, because you got the first glimpse of everything. You and the 2 different photographers that we used, you actually like seen us in this stuff and, you know, before anybody else. So what did you think?
I think it was really dope. I think it's a really cool concept, you know, just encouraging, you know, I don't know what's the correct word to say, a larger BBW. Wait, no, people don't like that term. But, you know,
some people do, some people don't. I just always say, you know, thicker women.
Yeah, thicker women. Just encouraging thicker women to embrace their size, and just, you know, just because even for slim women like me, like, you know, like I have different things that I'm not comfortable about. Like I'm like, yo, I got like a gut. I have like back fat. Like, yeah, to you it doesn't seem like it, but to me, I'm like, I know what I used to be. But it's just really cool, just like seeing you like walking your own and be confident about it. I know that you say that you don't feel confident, but
it was so hard.
Yeah, but being like behind the scenes and like looking, like I wouldn't be able to tell that you were confident in it, because it's, to me, like it looked like you were, like you and Nikki. Like, so like I'm just like yo, that's dope. Like, you know, you're comfortable enough to say, look, this is me. Like, you know, I embracing like flaws and all, because a lot of people can't do that, you know. So it's just like, you know, like be happy, be confident, you know. We are all like these bomb ass females, like no matter what shape or size.
It's scary because the one thing is that like before I released those pictures, you know, I was really like thinking to myself, like, I'm putting myself out there to be judged. And you can have a random person come to your page and be like, oh, look at this fat bitch, or she looks like a beach whale, or whatever. And so, you know, I'm just
you are really putting yourself out there, like, with no type of armor, just like
whatsoever, literally no armor.
Yeah.
Like, half the shit I didn't have, like, you know, a bra on, you know, I was just out there with pasties. So yeah, 100% put myself out there. That was the scariest part about it. The feedback I got was like decent though, because a lot of women was like, wow, our community needs this and I can't wait to support. Will they actually support? I have no idea, because you know how that goes.
It's always your social media followers that support you more than the people that you will actually call your friends.
Right.
And I noticed that a lot. Like, I, like, having my own business, like, I developed, like, relationships with a lot of my customers, because I believe in that customer service, you know, having that natural rapport. Like I hand write notes to each customer. Like, I really, like, I touch every single piece from beginning to end, like, as far as like packaging and shipping and all that. So it's just like, you know, it's different people. Like, it's this one customer, like, she's pretty much like family now, but like we have the same like family history similar, and she's always all the way on the West Coast, but like we communicate, like, you know, and it's really cool, like, for you to develop new friendships and like see how many different people like really believe in you, and that's what gives you that spark. Like, even when, like I was telling you, like, it's times where I go check the numbers on my website and I get 0 views,
right?
Or for months I sell nothing,
right?
And I still got to come out of pocket and still push through for new samples for the upcoming season, or pay for photo shoots and pay for the website.
And I'm experiencing that now.
Yeah, so that's the part, like, where you really gotta like push through and stay. That, like, our slogan is fall 7 times, stand up 8. Like, and doing this for like 13 years, like, there was a lot of times where I fell, but I kept on getting up, and every time I got up, I got up stronger and innovated myself every single time. So that's the number one thing you have to realize with a business, because people are like, oh, that's so cool, I like what you're doing, I want to do that too.
They don't want to pay the prices.
It's a struggle. Like,
they don't want to pay the prices.
Like, yeah, you see the pictures and you see the BTS, like, and it's like, oh, we having fun on the scene, but you don't know that struggle to get to the photo shoot. Like, you forgot your thigh highs.
Oh yeah, and I was ready to cry.
Yeah, exactly.
You was like, it's going to be okay. You just have to push through. And the photographer was just like, I don't think that it's going to be bad without him. And it turned out really good without him.
And then, like, when I was helping you put your shoes on, I was like, oh, I noticed a part on her legs that she did, like a patch of hair that she
Why
did.
Would you mention that?
We didn't know.
You was like, I wasn't going to tell you, but, and I was like, yo, what the
Until
fuck?
after, because I know how you get, and like a lot of things show on
and
your
I start stressing out, and I start feeling down. I'm one of those people that's more so like, in my head.
You were like, wait, I only have 2 outfits now because this isn't complete. I was like, calm down, relax. We're gonna use this.
I was like, I prepared for 4 outfits, and then I was like, I only have 3 outfits, and I just remember, after the photo shoot was done, did you meet me at my house or something like that? And you're like,
which one?
The first one. You was like, are these your thigh highs?
Oh yeah.
And I was like, yo. You was like, you make sure you pack them for the next photo shoot. Which is like, it's so dope, because like, you're right, you see who stands behind you. And there's a photographer that wanted to work with me years ago, probably like 3 years ago. And I reached out to her because she does boudoir photography now, and I'm like, yo, like, this is so amazing. She was like, yeah, I remember you. Here's my website. Check out the prices. And it was like $500 for a photo shoot, and I was just like,
not in my budget right now.
Not right now. And so when she actually seen what I was doing
and saw that you were serious,
right, and that I was very, very serious, because she seen that I work with 2 different photographers. So not only did I pay for 1 photo shoot, but I paid for 2 of them. And each session and photographer, they have
they capture different. They have different.
No, it's for specific reasons. So the first photographer, where everybody sees me laid out on the bed, that's for the cover of the website. So, you know, it's not going to be too many pictures. The second one, where I'm actually in a studio, that's for, you know, purchasing. Like, they'll actually be purchasing those products in the description. But she came to me and she was just like, I think it's amazing what you're doing, and, you know, I want to support you. I'm going to give you a fully loaded free photography session. And I was like, bitch, where? What? She was like, yeah, I just got a brand new studio and I'm really excited, and, you know, I want to support you. And she was just like, when I have customers that, you know, they're larger women, and you know,
they're looking for that, she'll refer you.
Right, she'll refer them to me. So what I was thinking about doing was, I was actually thinking about giving her some of the sample pieces, because she uses, you know, the different stuff for her different clients.
And that's what I mean. That's a social media friend that, like that would.
And we'll be supporting each other.
Yeah.
And I just think that, like, that's so amazing. And this is the first week that we actually unleashed anything. I put out 3 pictures first, and the first one said, be more confident, be more something. I forgot what it was. You guys can look on Instagram. But either way, they weren't just quotes that I'm linking to pictures. They were messages to myself. You know, like, stand up for what you believe in, hit the fucking ground running, and don't give up. You know, like, nobody's gonna believe in you and back you up the way you can. Now, don't get me wrong, I have a business partner, we back each other up fully, but I have to believe in myself first before I can believe in anybody else.
Before you can convince anyone else.
Right, exactly. And so for me, it's just like, I'm actually putting the proof out there. And, like, a lot of people, they're just like, wow. And it's not just because, you know, I'm half naked, but it's because I'm actually starting to lay the first bricks of my empire.
Yeah, you're actually putting in that work.
And I think I told you, there's a girl that I know of that has, like, this shabby online boutique. And the only thing she does, I've actually showed you numerous girls that's been doing this. They rip pictures from other people.
Yeah, and that's lazy. No, that's not putting in the muscle. Like, it's times like I should be home sewing right now or later on tonight, but it's like, you sometimes, like, and you'll experience that. But, you know, you had your you were selling jewelry.
I was selling my jewelry.
So it's those times where you feel like defeated.
Yeah.
And then you want to give up, and it's just like, all right, now what can I do to spark the creativity? And what I did was my sister and I went to New York for the day. Just walked around, took a bunch of pictures, talked to people, and we made a lot of dope, like, connections. Like, someone really dope told us come back in September so we can discuss numbers, bring some samples so we can talk about, like, working together. Like, and then, so that right there is like the spark you need. Like, because it could be the smallest thing. Right. But and you never know who knows who. Exactly, but it's just that those peaks and valleys when you're doing anything creative or trying to be an entrepreneur. But that's the way to go. Like, you gotta build your own. You build up your community. You provide these jobs. Like, you what's his name? The photographer, Mike. Yeah, Mike. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? You hire these, you know, the people in your community that's trying, like, these artists, these creators, and you that's feed them. That's what his profile says. His Instagram profile says artistic creator. Yeah, like, so that's how you put that money back into the community, like Nipsey Hussle was doing. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? And that Rest in peace to the God Nipsey Hussle. Jesus Christ. Like, what he was doing for his community is dope. And the cool thing about it is, he didn't put, when he was alive, he didn't put that out there like, yo, I'm doing this, like, look at me. Yeah, he was behind the scenes with everything. Exactly. Right. Because it was genuine. Yeah, exactly. It was genuine. Now with his passing, of course, everything is coming to light, but that was really dope. Like, so, like, when you're on social media and you see people doing nice things for others, I hate looking in the comments and people say, well, why do you have to show this off? Why do you have to show this off? I don't always take it as people showing off. I take it as people being examples for their community. And I'm so quick to tell people, like, so for example, the Chef Saud here in Philadelphia, that country cooking lady. Oh yeah. She does a lot for the community, absolutely. And then when she got locked up, everybody's like, oh, free her, free her, free her. And I'm like, I was putting into the comments on the Shade Room, I was just like, you know, like, you guys are so worried about what she's doing or what she's not doing. She broke the law, and that's the reason why she got locked up.
But you guys are so quick to say, well, she gives out book bags and she gives out this, that, and the third. She is one person, and yeah, she gathers other people around her. But what the fuck are y'all doing? What are you doing in your own community? And I tell people, like, when I lived up in Albany, yo, no lie, for the 3 years that I was up there, I probably mentored about a good 100, 150 kids younger than me. And people don't think that it's possible, but like, giving back to your community starts with you.
Yeah, it makes you feel. But my mom always said, each one teach one.
Yeah, absolutely.
It like when I was in high school, like we had this thing called service learning. We had the you pick somewhere where you volunteer your work. Like my first year in high school, I went to my old elementary school and I was a math and reading tutor. Like, and it
You
feels
seem
so.
like
Yeah, I'm proud of it, but it does feel so good to be able to be like, yo, like I did this, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And especially for my community, like it's
Right.
a lot of different things that I want to do for my old neighborhood once the funds are available. Like I would love to start a art nonprofit. Like it's
I think when I first met you, that's one of the first things that you
because
told
that's
me
what
about.
I was actively working on at the time, and then
Because then you had like a vision board or something.
Yeah.
I remember that.
yeah, like it's just like, but imagine if everyone just regular Joes, everyone
But that's
did that.
what
Can
I'm
you imagine
saying.
how strong
That's what I'm
like our
saying.
community would be?
I seen something online that it was just like, you know, people are saying that they're gonna follow in Nipsey's footsteps and donate all this money. And
It's more than money.
But the real statement I seen is that he was able to do that because he had it. Work in your means to help your community.
It doesn't have to be monetary. It can
Thank
be
you.
time.
Right, thank you. And you know, people don't really understand that that man was doing everything from funding stem cell research. What else was he doing? He was
The
doing
freaking
a lot.
casino, like the strip mall.
Okay,
like,
so the casino was completely different.
well, I'm just saying, but you're investing in a casino, you're opening up job opportunities. That's what I'm just saying. Just
no,
like
I don't think it was a casino. I think it was an actual whole resort.
resort. That's what it was. It was
Yeah,
something.
It was a whole resort. He had so much under his belt, and like,
Yo, even the freaking like when you put the phone over the logo, like that's
Yeah.
like
yeah. And
that
I was
joint's crazy.
I know that a long time ago you was telling me that you had never been to LA, and I've been to LA several times, and I was just like, you know, that's somewhere that we have to go, and if we go, we have to go to Marathon. And yeah, he was ahead of his time. For his memorial, Snoop was saying how like he kept wanting
The
something
amusement
from,
park. Remember he was-
right, but the realest thing he said was, you know, he wanted something that I didn't even want for myself. And because I didn't want it, he made it come to life. And it's like, damn, like that type of person with that type of initiative and drive and innovation, like the world lost the real one.
Yeah.
Over some bullshit.
But DL Hughley, because I listened to his radio station, he said something like that really like stuck with me. He was like, if we keep on killing our todays, like what would our tomorrows look like? So like you keep on killing, like he was like, how old was he? 32, 33?
33, I think.
So imagine him 10, 20 years
30
down
years
the road. Like imagine that impact.
But the thing about it is that like he's behind the scenes with it.
Yeah.
So the thing about it is that impact might be there, but we still might not have appreciated it. I have not mourned for Nipsey because I did not know him personally, but I feel like my heart has a crack in it.
Yeah.
Knowing the type of person he was, knowing how he loved Lauren London. I remember when they broke up a couple years ago, and I was like, oh man, he broke up. Even when she gained weight after having his son, you know, like she still was the love of his life. And it's just like, you know, how often do you find real ones in our generation? Because he is a part of our generation. Where are they?
That's what, you don't. It's hard. It's rare that you find a man that's like standing up for his family, because like a lot of these guys, they just think that, you know, so many options available, like they don't have to settle. Like,
It's not even, you know what? I don't even think it's there. And I'm sorry to cut you off, but I really feel like it starts with us women, having these babies. You know, I'm constantly telling you, I sent you pictures earlier from the girl that I knew when I lived in New York, and her photos when she was pregnant.
Oh, I didn't know that you knew her.
Yeah, I know her personally. Like, I know her personally. Her son looks like her boyfriend. And like the biggest issue I have is that like I see so many women babying their sons. Teach your son how to be a man. Teach your son not to be disrespectful towards other women. Getting on Facebook maybe like a week ago, this girl I know, her son is 14 and she walks in his room and he's on FaceTime with this little girl from his school. All of a sudden, the girl is all types of hoes and Tatianas because her son is on FaceTime with him. You're teaching your son to be disrespectful because you're disrespecting this little girl. And I think the first thing you said was a lot of times, like, and it's not all the time, but, you know, like, a lot of times, the little boys are like, well, you know, come on, and, you know, like, don't listen to everybody else. Like, basically, they I'm not going to say they peer pressure girls into doing things, but, you know, they're definitely subjective. Yeah. Right, they're persuasive. So, you know, it's just like, it starts with us.
Yeah, teaching. First of all, you have to realize, boy or girl, you have to realize that you're raising someone's friend, husband, wife, uncle, like brother,
baby father, baby
like,
mom,
sister, like all that stuff. So you have to realize what you're raising, and you know, like you a lot of females, they're like, it's nothing but a bunch of no good niggas out here. Like, but then like you said, they
train their sons to be that way.
Exactly. Like, so you're just creating,
you're perpetuating the stereotype.
Yeah, like you're just overpopulating this cesspool of like no good men.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? So it's just crazy. But like for me, like I know, like I'm on top of my son. Like you gonna be a gentleman. You hold that door open. You make sure you use your manners, and you know you be considerate of other people. And you know you be respectful, and you do things in the house. Like so it's not just like. And a lot of times too, like mothers sometimes they limit the boys to not cooking or doing any like household chores. Like what boys' jobs are more than just putting out the fucking trash.
And then
like,
they pile it all on the girls, and they can't realize it's so crazy because so many women push the daughters away and then coddle the sons
and keep the son on the nipple.
Yeah.
And then the ones fucking remodel in the fucking basement. Like you know what I mean? Like they're making babies in the basement. Like you know what I mean? Like and not leaving.
Yeah.
And then you push your daughter out.
Right.
But then in the end when you're sick, you need your daughter.
Right.
Like you know what I mean? Like,
right.
So.
And then another thing is that, you know, like for some odd reason, like a lot of daughters, they stay in that situation, and I can say that I did it for a long time because we're always taught, well, that's your mom and you just have to accept how she treats you. And like you don't.
Yeah, if you're mom or not, if they don't mother, father, if they don't respect you,
right,
and they mistreat you, then
right,
why just because you're my parent,
right? Why
do I have to put on? Especially I'm an adult and I have the and I can walk away and leave
not even just that. If I'm an adult and I have my own family, I don't have to put up with your abuse, at all. Especially, you know, if I can see a difference in the relationships between, you know, me and you and my brother, or you and my brothers, or you know, any male in the family, like it's so fucking insane, and we got to start doing better. We got to start raising
better examples.
Yeah, I was gonna say more Nipsey Hussles.
Yeah, and not more features.
Yeah. Whoa. Whoa.
You know what I mean?
Yo, like we
need some Russell Williams. Like
we do need some Russell Williams. And do you remember when he did an interview?
Who?
So I'm jumping back to the past. So let me bring it to the future. Future did an interview not too long ago and said that he thought it was disrespectful that Ciara never introduced Russell to him prior to like really getting serious with him. But then, you know, the internet does never ever forgets anything. They like the
once you put it out there, it's
there forever.
Space.
So they brought up an interview from when Ciara first started dating Russell, and she was like, you know, I was trying to introduce my baby father to him because he's going to be around our son, and he keeps declining, and I'm not even sure why. And it's like, this is a grown ass fuck nigga, and y'all support him by supporting his music. And
I'm sorry, but Future did come with some bangers. Like
he come with some bangers, but
and some Gucci flip flops.
Yeah, but that's like
I know, but I mean I don't know. I can't say how he is with his, you know, kids. Like, but from what they were saying, like Russell Williams, someone what was it, like an interview or some shit, and they were like talking to him about Ciara or something like that, and he was like, I guess
You talking
Sierra.
about the child support?
Yeah, I guess she's like struggling with.
Right, he's not paying his child support, and Russell was just like, you know what? I don't want you to stress over coins. I got the bank.
Right, for my wife and my son. Like, I know that's right, Russell.
Hell yeah. And, you know, Future was so quick to call him corny. You're perpetuating the stereotype once again.
Like, this is a good role model for your son.
For your son, right? Yeah. Exactly. And I think the fucked up shit about it is that, like, with a lot of these male celebrities, you know, like, they support toxic relationships. Mm-hmm. So like when Cardi B and Offset like when their shit hit the fan, you have all these niggas that got a long history of cheating,
talking about taking back,
like, right? Exactly. And you know, like it's just like all y'all fuck niggas. Like I get that y'all have money, but y'all don't have a right to treat women like that.
Yeah.
Future is constantly jumping back and forth between all these different women, and then you know that whole situation. The internet thought it was so funny when he told that girl, "I'm good, love, and joy," but when she was actually trying to get somewhere in her career and she thought that she had a chance to work with somebody real, he's just like, nah, I just wanted to fuck. And it's just like, you know, like that shit, it grinds me the fuck up.
Yeah, but you also have to blame those, you know, all fault isn't just due to the men, like it's the females too that allow to put themselves in that situation like, yo, all right, I'm gonna like all their shit, comment on everything, constantly being in DMs, just
she met him in the studio.
No, I'm not saying her. I'm just saying that for him to think that way, it's females out here that's doing that. Like
Instagram hoes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like so that's another thing.
Yeah.
So you gotta blame
they feel like they can get parties. Whatever they want out of whoever they want because a lot of these girls they do throw themselves at them because the only thing they want is a bag, securing a bag. And like, I don't understand why it's okay for us to perpetuate, you know, these stereotypes and shit like that. We need more Russells in the world. More Russells.
Yes. Did you see that he gave like his lineman like $20,000?
Wait, before you talk about what he giving up, let's talk about how much he made first.
Right. How much with the contract for?
$140 million.
4-year contract.
$140 million.
But yo, then he was like, to all my linemen.
Yeah.
You risk yourself mentally, physically, every game day for me. I'm gonna give each one of you guys $20,000 in Amazon, $12,000 in Amazon stocks.
All I'm saying is
Amazon is that shit though, taking over too. Yo,
I know a professional football player, and so I was going to ask him, what do I have to do to become a lineman for the Seahawks?
Yo, you're retarded.
Nah, like that's dope. That's a man that look out for the people, like for his people around him.
And that's
like, this is the things that you hear about.
So imagine what he's doing that we don't know about.
Right, and that's another thing is that, you know, like these outstanding men, they really like hold the fort down behind the scenes. And I think that's the thing that I appreciate about them the most is that like they don't need approval from the rest of the world.
Yeah, and I can really appreciate these guys that's doing positive things and you're hearing about some of the positive things and you're not hearing about scandals like fucking Wendy Williams, like fucking no good husband.
Allegedly trying to poison her.
But even the baby.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm so glad she got a divorce. Like,
Yo, the thing about it is that, like...
Not to say that I want to promote divorces, like, but you can't... It's hard
a toxic situation. No, You're not promoting divorces. You're promoting the fact that she walked away from a toxic situation. First of all, wasn't he, like, an executive producer for her show or some shit like that?
Yeah, was he her manager, too, or something?
Fired him for everything. You're getting a bag off of all the hard work that you don't have to do. Mm-hmm. And the only thing you got to do is love and respect her and appreciate her and stand by her side. And you couldn't even do that, but you was fucking around with Shorty for like 10 years. Yeah. For 10 years.
And got her pregnant.
And then
she
got
walking
her pregnant.
around with what was that, like a Lambo she was driving, have all types of designer sweatsuits on and bags.
Shorty?
And yeah, the baby mom.
Oh, I ain't know that.
Yo.
I ain't know that. I just know that Charlamagne gave him the donkey of the day. I know he gave Eric Holder the donkey of the day. These niggas rightfully fucking deserve it.
Yeah.
They like, that's crazy. How you like, she was with him forever. Mm-hmm. What's she gonna tell her son? I know he see it all over the internet.
How old is their son?
Maybe like 9 or 10 or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's just crazy. Then they talking about he allegedly like tried to poison her.
Yeah.
Someone called the police
From
to
her
check.
production team.
Yeah.
And then they said that when he was hesitant about opening the door up, and that when they finally let him in, he would not let the cops get close to her. And they said that she was covered with a blanket from neck all the way down. And she was like, oh, I'm just getting over this cold and this, that, and the third. First of all, if you was trying to poison her, you dumb as shit, because they always gonna find out. Like, you gotta understand that we live in an age of modern everything.
It's not like back in the day with those black widows, like they could poison their fucking husbands, like multiple husbands.
Even then, like, some of them still got caught. But now, you definitely going to sit in jail. Point blank, period. Like, you dumb as shit. Your son would have to go live with her family, probably. You be sitting in jail, and she would be going. What the fuck are you trying to, like, what point is there to prove?
Yeah, just because you fucked up and you just can't.
Is it jealousy?
No, it's just dumb shit. You fucked up, and maybe he was like, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore, but this is my bag. Like, you know what I mean?
Like, that's because he was probably the beneficiary of her payout. That's insane. That's insane. And all the hard work she do, you know, she probably was like trying her best to you know, keep her shit together. She's living in a sober house. Because she was on bad drugs back in the day, and now she's like, if I relapse.
It's alcohol right now. She's been getting drunk.
Probably.
Because it was cocaine before. She even spoke
she talked about it
yeah.
multiple times. And, you know, like, that, it's so horrible. People don't understand, like, how serious mental health is. We just seen Britney Spears come out the hospital.
Yeah.
And everybody think that shit is so funny, and it's not funny. Just because they're rich and they have all the money that you could possibly never think of, don't mean that they're content and happy with life. And that's the one thing that we always seem to forget. You know me. You've known me for years now. And, you know, you see that I live the life that I want to live. You see that, you know, my home is decorated like fucking, like, cotton candy world. You know, you see me crawl myself from the depths of despair, but you also see behind closed doors how I was breaking down, how I felt like I had nobody, how I felt like I had nothing.
So on the outside, like,
right? And when
everything
you go
that
out,
glitters not gold.
Right. When I would go out, you know, I would be all smiles and I'd be jokey, and then I would come home by myself, and it would be like this dark cloud would descend upon me. So, like, people need to understand that, like, this shit is real.
Yeah.
This, like, everything we go through,
and it's not funny.
Real.
Like, even like Michelle from Destiny's Child, like, when she came out talking about how depressed she was, like, you know, suffering from depression, I felt bad because
those memes for years.
Yes, especially when she fell, like, I was like, yo, I feel so bad for laughing at this girl and thinking it was funny, but it's like a serious issue.
Yeah, she's bearing the weight of the world, and people don't understand it.
Yeah, people
don't get it. And then I think another thing that plays into it is the internet, because it's so easy for people to throw stones and then hide their hands. And, you know,
create all these fake pages and and
did I tell you? Oh, I didn't tell you Nikki went through that.
No.
Yeah, she just told me the other day that she was just like, somebody came on my page and they was trolling me.
Wow.
And I was just like, wow. She had a nervous breakdown right after we did the second photo shoot, and she had to remind herself that, you know, her bravery is the reason why we're doing it. And she was just like, it was really fucked up because somebody, like, never seen the page before, no nothing.
What, this just recently?
A couple days ago.
Wow.
Came to her page and, you know, was talking about her weight and everything. And, you know, I don't like that. I have heard a couple comments from a couple people, and I shut that shit down automatically. Automatically. Like, if I was to hear somebody talk about my body and the things that I don't like about me, I would cry on cue. Like, on the spot, because, like, that's my weak part. I'm sensitive. And, like, this girl is making it okay for other women to feel good in their bodies, no matter if they're her size or larger. Yeah. Why in a million years would you ever judge her for that? Yeah. But people do it. People do it. The internet is the easiest way to get to somebody. So,
because everyone is touchable on the internet. That's crazy. Speaking of fucking touchable. So, do you believe that about Remy Ma?
Oh, I see how
punching that girl in the
eye. Let me think. I'm not sure if I believe it. There's something sketchy about that girl's story.
Mm-hmm.
So she's basically like, well, Remy punched me in the eye because I saved her daughter's life. Ma, that doesn't even make sense.
That doesn't. It's
all.
so many holes in that story. Like, it just like, huh?
Right.
So she just came up to you and said, why you saved my daughter's life, bitch? Pop. Boop, boop.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah. Like, it's just like.
Yeah, no, I don't.
What? Like, what do you mean?
She like, could you imagine Remy just like, cause she from the Bronx, so she'd be like, really? That ass though? That ass?
Oh, here you go with your fake ass.
She walked up with a pair of Timbs on and a Yankee hat, a Yankee fitted. No, I'm just kidding.
You stupid.
No, I don't. She obviously got punched in the eye.
Yeah.
She got punched in the eye.
Yeah, it's obvious.
But I don't understand how it happened or who actually did it. How we know that Remy's daughter didn't fuck her up?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know.
You don't know.
You go with Rem's daughter to Miami, and the next thing you know, you tell Remy that you saved her daughter's life, and yeah, bloop bloop. I don't know. I'm just sitting back. Right. It's like the whole Jussie Smollett thing. Like, you actually have to sit back and see what happens next to understand, like, what is actually going on.
See, this is one of those stories that I think is just going to vanish. Like, it's just going to be like, here today, gone tomorrow.
You know why?
Because it's bullshit.
No, because nobody gives a fuck about Brittany Taylor.
But wasn't she on Love and Hip Hop?
She was on Love and Hip Hop, and nobody gave a fuck
clout.
about her.
So what's she going to drop? Watch she drop a mixtape soon. Like, that's the whole thing right there. She's going to drop a mixtape. Like,
now, what I can say is that I was on my girlfriend's page the other day, and she reposted Brittany Taylor. I want to say probably about like a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago.
Some music
too. She reposted Brittany Taylor. This was a while ago. It wasn't even months ago. This is a long time ago. Because you know sometimes how you gotta go through your boo shit and be like, I never seen this before. So that's what I was doing. I was on my girlfriend page, and yeah, she had posted Brittany doing a freestyle, and I was just like, not bad. And that's what she said. She was all like, Brittany Taylor got bars, and I was like, wow. What? What?
Nah,
You look
I never
confused.
heard her.
You never heard her?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I don't think I ever told you my girlfriend's Instagram. You can go see the video yourself. Tiana Taylor.
Yo.
What?
Wait. So you said it was so. Now this isn't right. So I was on Instagram and I showed my sister the pictures of Tiana Taylor. You know, she dressed just like she says she wears her husband's clothes sometimes. Mm-hmm. I was showing my sister the picture. I was like, yo, she look like a straight dude, or no, what did I say? She's so gay or something I said, right?
Uh-huh.
And then you sent me the pictures like, yo, she is sexy as hell. I was like, of course. You think that, and then you're gonna say, I want these sweatpants. What are they called? I was like, drop crotch. Like, I don't know. Like,
she is sexy. Oh my god, I skeeted a little bit when I seen them pictures.
oh my god, is it? What's? All right, we're done.
You want me to bleep that out?
Yes. Oh, skeet, goddamn.
She is sexy as all fucking hell. Oh my god. Did you see it when she did her concert and she gave the thick joint a lap dance and she was rubbing on her butt and everything?
Just like, oh, I wish that was me.
That was me. Yo! I wish that was me. That deep ass voice. Come here, girl. Okay.
You
I'll
were
be
so
right there. Hell
retarded.
yeah.
Yo.
I'm trying to think.
I was like, what?
Yeah, you look real confused. You was all like, your girlfriend. And I was like, what? All nonchalant. Like, what? Yeah, she did repost her. It was a while ago. That was like my sister telling me that I lied too effortlessly.
Oh, yeah. Never. Yeah, you lied. It comes too natural for you. Like, can't
Not all the time. Sometimes you can tell. You be like, Marquita, did you do what you said you were going to do? And I'd be like, yeah, I did it. Yeah. And you're like, I know you fucking lying. I'd be like,
or when you smoking that vape thing.
When I was at work.
No, when like if I'm on a phone with you and I hear it sound like
no, because
it sound like you smoking a crack pipe. Like G Money or New Jack City.
First of all,
Marquis, you smoking that damn glass dick. Sorry. What?
No, I'm done for this episode. You just disrespecting me to the millionth power.
You be like, no, a truck just went by me. Okay.
First and foremost, don't ever disrespect me like that ever again in your life. And I'm dead serious. Dead the fuck serious. Second of all.
Oh, she's serious.
Second of all, you know people that
Second
have
of
a
all.
history of smoking crack.
Uh-huh.
So I suggest you not make jokes about it. And third of all, when I told you that I wasn't smoking my vape, I really wasn't. The last 3 times you asked me when I was in my car, I was like, I'm really not. So how salty are you right now? Damn, I wish I could just text you that salt gift where fucking what's the name is pouring out the whole thing of salt just all over you. All over you. Don't do it, Nico. Don't do it.
Shut up.
Anyway, now that we're moving on. Speaking of salty, so there's a bench warrant for Tierra Marie's arrest.
For the
Not paying 50.
Yeah, why don't he just leave her alone? But yo, that's fun. It is funny how they're going back and forth though.
She's been getting him.
Yeah, did you see that? She said this is my new album cover.
Yo. Then she was like, I'm not gonna drop it until you send me that feature for this show. That was funny as fuck. I'm trying to think. I feel like, personally, how I feel about the situation. Everybody's like, well, she need to just pay him the money. She pay
like,
him
I
the
don't
money.
got it.
First
I don't got the files.
This the same nigga that filed bankruptcy, so he didn't have to pay Rick Ross' baby mom.
Mm-hmm.
The same nigga. So like y'all like. He's just he too old for the bullshit.
He is. He's always just like saying some shit.
Right. He's always coming at somebody neck. Like sometimes when he be talking about Floyd Mayweather can't read, it do be funny.
That's not nice though.
It's not nice. It do be funny though. But no, it's not nice. It's not at all. And like just sitting back and looking at his antics on the internet, I just like
so childish.
Right. You used to date Vivica Fox, and when you get chances, you take jabs at her.
Yeah.
And she don't even do that to you. Mm-hmm. Like, she's a grown-ass woman, and so are you.
She don't have time for that. She got her own little TV show, talk show.
She got her own business. That bitch been fucking selling weaves to the masses for years now.
Yeah, she, her face changed.
It did. A lot of their faces changed. A lot of them. I'm still gonna get my plastic surgery. I want some lips.
Don't be walking around here looking like a fucking Kardashian. Those lips. Chloe. Looking like Chloe and shit.
First of all,
I know you said Masika don't have nothing done to her lips, but
I never said that. I said that I don't mind.
Her no, like you. All right, like all right, if you go.
I think that Masika's gorgeous.
She fucked up her lips.
That doesn't bother. Like it just. I don't know. I don't pay attention to that. It doesn't bother me.
How can you not pay attention when you look at someone? First thing you know is their face, eyes, lips.
You look at people's lips when you talk to them? I don't. I just look in the eyes.
If people have bad teeth, I like my eyes always like zoom into their teeth, and I'm like, oh shit, wait, look at them in the eyes. Like
no, I literally pay attention to people's eyes.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just that type of person. Like.
Well, that's what I said. Eyes, mouth.
Bitch, this whole. All right. So let me just say, I am happy that Jordan is getting the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Because we talk about Khloe Kardashian. She Kardashian to Kardashian.
Yeah.
And like, people just like, oh, Jordan wrong. Don't get me wrong. She was wrong. The girl said that she only kissed him. She didn't do anything sexual with him, that she only kissed him.
I didn't even actually watch the interview or read up on it after that. Like, I was just like done with it. I'm like, all right, whatever. Like,
That's
you
what
put
she
yourself
said
in that
happened.
situation.
Right, she put herself in that situation. But look, listen. The reason why I believe her is because I put myself in that situation in the past.
Mm-hmm.
With my last relationship, I put myself in a situation
but
where,
yeah, was it someone's like...
Huh?
It wasn't your close friend like that. That's like
no, not
family.
at all.
Yeah, that's
not
different. Like
no,
that's just like wait, she was pretty much out of line for putting herself in that position.
But they all was over. It wasn't just her. It was a whole bunch of. So this is the thing.
But I understand. But you know when a nigga is flirting with you.
But listen to what I'm saying, right? What she said happened is that everybody went to his house to party. He didn't kiss her until when she left. He walked her to the door. And that's what happened. That's what happened. It didn't necessarily mean he was flirting with her the whole night. I don't know what happened. We don't know what happened. Mm-hmm. All we know is that she said that at the end of the night, when he walked her to the door,
what kind of kiss?
That's what happened.
Was it a deep tongue or was it a peck?
I don't know. But at the end of the day, Chloe, he's been telling you for the longest time that he don't want to be with you.
He has.
He's been his actions.
Oh yeah. Well,
his fucking actions. First of all, that man has a type, and Chloe is not his fucking type. We see all these different girls, and they all fit in that same range. Jordan's in that range too. Chloe is not.
Yeah,
Chloe looks like a fucking Build-A-Bear now.
Yeah, I don't know. She did that. She fucked up her butt.
She fucked up her butt, her face.
She don't even look like the same thing. Like, you hold those before and afters. It's like
it's
what I ordered
crazy.
and what I got.
Yes. Yeah, when it's all fucked up.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm sitting here trying to judge her. It's just that I'm being real.
She just went to the extreme. Like, if she would have stopped at a certain point, she would have been.
She was chilling like 2 years ago.
Yeah, when she started losing all the weight, I was
perfect.
like, yo, Chloe look beautiful.
And then
as
she
hell.
got way too skinny and her ass was way too big. And she can't minimize that. Sometimes they can dissolve it, but I highly doubt that she got implants where they can take the implants out.
And she probably had the fat transfer. Like, they got but nothing.
No.
What, she didn't really have that much.
She was bigger before. Yeah. That's not a fat transfer because with a fat transfer, because it's your fat, you can actually lose it. Like, you can break it down the way you
her shit just sit. Like,
no, it's just sitting there. No fucking legs, no calves, no thighs, no nothing. Just a whole bunch of nasty rock hard ass. And
is it hard?
Like, no, I don't think so. It's just nasty. You want to go to strip club?
No.
Go ahead and tell a story. Go ahead. I know you got hype real quick. I know
because I just remember I was like, is it hard? But no. So my birthday night, I told you what happened. Like, we came outside and the fucking car was towed, so we had to catch an Uber home. And we were talking. I don't know what we were talking about. It was me and both my sisters and my cousin. We were in the car. And the Uber driver was this girl. I don't know how we got on the subject, but she started talking about her ass was fake. Her ass and her titties. We was like, what? She was like, yeah, it looked real, it feel real and everything. She was like, I let y'all feel it.
That's it.
So
females.
Females. So we because that was like the beginning. We went from South Street all the way up to Cottman and the Boulevard. So we talking shit, mad that the car got towed and all this other stuff. So we get to the house. We forgot about it. Like, we got out the car, about to go in the house all drunk. And she hops out, her driver door, and she's like, y'all want to feel it? Look, feel it. It feel real.
She was a hood rat, wasn't she?
She was. But that joint did feel real. It was like soft. Like, I was like, okay, I wonder. But some of them look hard. Like, her joint looked like legit, like real.
You talking about like Nicki Minaj ass?
Yeah, or a Tiny.
Oh, God.
Tiny from
Nicki,
Escape.
she getting crazy with the plastic surgery.
I actually stopped following her, like, and I don't see too much of her because, like, she went from, like, after she got killed by Cardi, like, now she's like this whole sex symbol. Like, it's just like, where's the music? Like, I know she dropped the album after that, but it was just like, all right, like, you're a rapper. Like, you're like, you look like you're modeling for Playboy. Like, what's going on? Like, I thought you were an artist. Like,
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, she out here, she got a new boo and everything, and she seems to be happy with him, and I'm happy about that. But girl, don't let go of who you are. Yeah. Like, because I'm not content with my body, I do want to get a couple things done, but I don't want to take it to the extreme. Like,
but see, that's the thing. Like, some people start and it's just like it's like drugs.
They got to keep going back and keep going back. China's like, one of them.
Yeah. Oh, let me just tweak this right here. Like,
no, I know what I want, and you know, like, the goal for me is not to be skinny. I never ever wanted to be skinny.
If you got skinny, your head would be big as shit.
Shut the fuck up.
You have a big ass head.
Anyway. The goal was to never be
bobblehead and shit. Like, yo, your hair got big as shit.
When I was at my smallest, which it wasn't even that much way to go, which is the craziest part about it. But when I was at my smallest, I looked good and I felt good, and I wasn't skinny, and I was happy. I know to some people in the world, I still would have been considered fat, but you know, I went from being 325 pounds down to like 185, 180.
That's a lot.
It is, but when I was 180, like, I looked so good, and I think it's because like a lot of my weight.
Was your head big?
No, motherfucker. A lot of my weight.
Let me see some pictures. I tell you.
Oh, you want to see some pictures?
All right, come on now.
Oh, all right. A lot of my weight is carried in my hips. So, you know, it was like that classic Coke bottle shape. And I was like, ooh. But you can see it. In the lingerie pictures, you can definitely see my shape and everything, and where everything is placed at. And a lot of people are like, you don't you don't seem like, you're that big. And I just feel like, suck it from the back. I hate when people
so
say
unladylike what you just said.
that. Am I a lady?
No.
I never try to be, do I?
Right
Oh,
to your
Ori. Oh, Ard. Anyway, do you have any new news or anything you got going on? I know you dropped some windbreakers. I'm still waiting on my camouflage kimono before you try to overtalk me.
No, so we just dropped that on the website, the army green camouflage kimonos, and the denim kimonos, and the denim hoppies, and the windbreakers.
So when am I getting mine?
The high ticket, listen, that kimono alone, you get a 10% discount, right? It's $18.50.
First of all,
thank you guys for tuning in. Couple of Johns.
You are so shady.
Episode 22. You can find us on.
I will definitely remember that shit. I remember that shit. When I get this bag and what? And I build my empire to the max. Remember that shit.
You could buy one. You could buy one, boo.
Whatever.
Shorty.
Anyway, you want to do the outro?
So what?
Girl.
What is this? Where we at? Episode 22.
22. Yeah.
Deuce. It's been so long I forgot how to wrap up the show. It's like, no, I'm just playing. All right, listen, guys. You can find us on Instagram, Couple Jones Podcast. My personal page is Itchy by Miko, and this girl over here is Mixed Butterfly.
Who the fuck is this girl over here?
This girl over here is Mixed Butterfly.
You are so disrespectful.
The link to this episode can be found in the bio. Or you can, check us out on iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, what else? Spreaker, SoundCloud, all the platforms pretty much. Just type in a Couple Jones Podcast. And it was fun catching up. We're about to go to Miami.
And Key West.
Oh, we should record down there.
I thought we were.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we are.
Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. All right, guys. We'll catch you next week. Next week, right?
Yeah, ain't it supposed to be a weekly thing? You dipped off.
That's because I'm trying to build an empire. All right, guys. Bye.